Welcome to Prep to Sell, where real estate meets real food. Today, I'm joined with the ladies of Team Titan, Kim and Kayla, and we are going to make to-go dump Greek bowls. There we go. And we stole the lamb recipe from Danielle Walker's Make It Easy because we're about making life easier. Okay, girls, how long have you been in the industry?
So I got in 2011, so 14 years.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that crazy? 10 years for me. That's crazy to think about.
That's real crazy.
Yes.
Let's talk about how tall you are.
I know.
Right now. Let's talk about that right now. Okay, so we are making on-the-go Greek bowls. So just think kava, but way healthier, way cheaper. And we are going to put them in my favorite little glass jars because, you know, we can't be heating stuff up in plastic because you can't be doing that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so I'm gonna have you chop those tomatoes and I'm gonna have you chop up the cucumbers and we're gonna make them really small so that we can just eat this in the car because that's where we eat all the time. All right, so everybody gets the same question when they're here. I need a story that either made you laugh or made you cry. Since you have a couple more years,
Yes.
you probably have a couple more stories.
Yes.
Okay, what do you got? Tell me. Give me
Okay,
one.
so we had a listing that we had to sell, and we found out that there was title issues. You know, there was a person that had passed away, and of course we needed like an obituary or know where this person is like buried, so we can start looking this stuff up. And you know, we referred to the wife, and she's like, I don't know. So you know, there was this like going.
Does she know where her husband's buried?
She didn't have the information readily available.
She's like,
So there was this going joke that, you know, you might pop up in the
like,
backyard.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Right? So ultimately we got it figured out, but it definitely made some issues.
How do you keep a straight face when you're like, bro, did you kill your husband?
I didn't have to have the conversation, but we were definitely asking. Like, I was looking at Kayla like, where do you think this guy is? So, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. All right, you have one that made you laugh or made you cry? I mean, you've been working for good Johnny. Something is bound to go on.
I don't know. We're always laughing.
Yeah.
But I don't have one that's like top of mind.
Like specific. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so all these are going to be so easy. Little hack here. I pack my meatballs separate from everything else so that when I get to work, I'm just heating up the meatballs and then I dump everything together in a bowl. Because I don't like my veggies to be warm, but I don't like my meatballs to be cold. So, and you can do this with any kind of meatball. I did the lamb meatballs from Make It Easy, Danielle Walker's book, and they're super easy. And I like all of her meatball recipes because they can be frozen and then you can just heat them up when you need them, or you can meal prep ahead of time, or you know, they last for a week or whatever. So, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the meatballs in one. You okay over there? Those tomatoes? Okay. All right. So we're gonna put the meatballs in one little jar, but the big jars, everybody gets a jar.
Okay.
All right. Here's your jar.
Okay.
So we're gonna start. This is the secret to any mason jar salad.
Okay.
Okay. You start with your dressing at the bottom, so it doesn't make everything soggy.
That makes
This is the tzatziki dip from Trader Joe's because you know Costco and Trader Joe's knows what's best for your life. No dairy, no junk, and it's already made, so we're good. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit in the bottom of our jar, and it doesn't have to be perfect or pretty. So you load some up at the bottom of yours. Are you condiment heavy? It's up to you. Okay. All right, so we're gonna load some in the bottom of your jars, and then you guys tell me what your favorite part of working at Remax Connect is.
I love how social everyone is.
Yes.
Like there's such a culture.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Every time you go into the office, like
There's something
There's-
fun, exciting happening.
there's someone like excited to see you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just a good.
It is. It doesn't matter how bad your day is. You're like, okay, there's somebody in a good mood. I gotta change my mood.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna take our veggies, and this is just diced cucumbers, tomatoes, and onion, and literally just like the Greek seasoning that you buy, and we're just gonna layer it right here. So on like normal salads, you put like your coarser veggies on top of the dressing because they can always take a little bit of juice. You know, they can absorb the dressing. You never put your lettuce in first. That is a cardinal rule.
I'm learning.
It'll
things.
ruin your lettuce. You don't want to put it in first. So then after we have our veggies, we're literally just gonna take our lettuce, and you can fit way more than you think. So shove as much lettuce as you can into your jar and just keep shoving. Here we go.
Just keep shoving.
Just keep shoving. Yeah, like, you know. Okay, so then like as you shove this in, and then these will last the whole week. So like if I make them on Saturday or Sunday, they don't get soggy if you follow the rules.
Okay.
You gotta follow the stacking rules. And fun fact, these will fit in your cup holder.
Oh, that is so good. We've had this conversation about cups fitting into the cup holder.
Okay,
Yes.
so
It's
if
important.
you want lunch that fits in your cup holder, mason jar salads are where it's at. And really, you can put anything in a mason jar.
Absolutely.
Literally anything. Sometimes I have steak and sweet potato. People are like, why you got that in a mason jar? Because it fits in the cup holder and I'm a safe driver.
Yes.
That's why. And we have to eat on the go all the time. Here we go. We're going to give it a little tasty test. You probably have to break your meatball a little bit. Give her lunch that I make her. Here.
Mm.
All good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.